If you're a roofing contractor and your close rate is stuck at 20%, 25, maybe even 30%, and you're wondering how some companies consistently close way above that, 40, 50, and even 60% of their actual opportunities, the answer usually isn't that they're better salespeople. If you send out 10 estimates, you sit down at 10 kitchen tables, how many do you close? You sit down at 10 kitchen tables and you close 6 of them, your price is way too low almost every time. Let's talk about the actual process. It's not because they have better salespeople, it's because they have a better process. And that process is managed through a CRM. Today, I want to talk about how customer relationship management can dramatically increase your roofing close rate and why most roofing companies are only using about 10% of their CRM, what they can actually do. The first thing that we need to understand is that CRM is not a software. I know that sounds weird, but a CRM is not software. A CRM is a process. What? The software simply helps you execute the process consistently. Most roofing companies buy a CRM and immediately ask questions like, how do I create an estimate or a quote? How do I send a contract? How do I upload photos? These are fine questions, but those things don't increase your close rate. They don't help you sell more jobs. Customer relationship management increases close rates because it helps you communicate better than your competitors. And in roofing, communication wins. Not just price, not your shingles or your roof system, not your magical warranties. Communication wins. You need to think about how your homeowner thinks. A homeowner fills out a form on your website. What happens next? If you're like most contractors, someone eventually calls them. Maybe if they remember, if they're not at another appointment or driving in a truck or climbing another roof or talking to a sub or a crew, we all put out fires all day. Maybe they call back in an hour, maybe tomorrow, maybe never. That happens quite a bit. I tested this in my market for 5 different companies. Now, compare that to a company that responds in 30 seconds or 38 seconds is exactly. A homeowner gets a text message, an email, and a confirmation. That's in 30 seconds. They also get a scheduling link. That customer has a problem. They want a solution that you provide. You provide that solution with a scheduling link, an introduction to sales rep. A short video is going to explain what to expect next, all within a couple minutes. Who do you think feels more professional? Who do you think feels more trustworthy? Who do you think gets the appointment? This is customer relationship management. And the crazy thing is that most homeowners haven't even met anyone yet. The first way a CRM increases close rate is speed. Speed wins. Speed wins inspections. Speed wins appointments. Speed wins the homeowner's trust. And trust wins signed contracts. Every minute that passes after an inquiry comes in, a lead comes in, it decreases your chances of winning the job. The homeowner isn't waiting around for you. They're calling multiple companies. They're filling out multiple forms. They're searching for alternatives. Who's the best? The contractor who responds first often becomes the contractor who gets the opportunity. Your CRM should automatically respond to every lead 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Not during business hours, not when someone is available, all the time. Now, I'm not asking you to work 24/7. I'm asking for your system to work 24/7. Because homeowners don't shop when it's convenient for you. They shop when it's convenient for them. We saw this in my roofing business for years. After 5 o'clock p.m. all the time, every day. The second way a CRM increases close rate is consistency. Let's talk about what happens after the inspection gets scheduled. Most roofing companies disappear. The homeowner doesn't hear anything from anyone until somebody shows up at the house. That is a massive mistake. The CRM should be reinforcing trust before the appointment even happens. The homeowner should receive appointment reminders, introduction emails, what to expect for your inspection video. Hey, watch this 52-second video in the text and the email. Information about your company, but specifically your sales rep. Introduce that person to your customer. Also, how about send customer testimonials? We do that all as well. Review links, example of completed projects. Every communication should answer one question. Did I hire the right company? Because that question is already running through their mind every day. Every hour that they have a problem with their roof until someone shows up and answers that question for them. So let's talk about the inspection itself. This is where many contractors make another mistake. They think selling starts on the roof. Spoiler alert, it started way back then, way at the beginning of this conversation. Selling starts way long before this. If your CRM has already built trust, the inspection becomes easier. The homeowner is relaxed. They know who you are. They know your process. They know what to expect. They've seen your reviews. They've seen your sales reps' cute little video. They've seen your work and all of the amazing colors that you choose for these houses. They've heard from your company multiple times. You, the sales rep, is no longer a stranger knocking on their door. You are the professional they were expecting. That changes everything. Third way a CRM increases your close rate is documentation. People buy with emotion, but they will justify with real logic. That's why inspection photos matter. That's why reports matter. That's why photos and videos matter. A homeowner may feel like they trust you because you've done all these great things before, but they still need evidence that you're going to take care of them. The CRM helps organize and present that evidence. Imagine you're finishing an inspection and sending the homeowner 30 photos, a professional inspection report, a video summary, a detailed quote, good, better, best options, best, better, good options, whatever you like to do, all within minutes. Because you have a process. Again, let's talk about the process. Behind the scenes, your team is preparing this before you even get to the house. This is within minutes. This is not a day later, 2 days later. This is not next week. This is immediately, within minutes. That creates momentum. Momentum closes deals. Next, let's talk about follow-up, because this is where millions of dollars are lost every year. Most roofing contractors think follow-up means calling somebody 3 times. That's not follow-up. That's hoping. Real follow-up is systematic. It's a system. We talk about systems a lot. Your CRM should be automatically sending text from your sales rep's phone number, emails from your sales rep's email, voicemails, educational content. Hey, watch this video about what to expect on roof day. Testimonials. Check out what Miss Jones said about us. Boom. More project photos, review reminders, financing information, frequently asked questions, and it should happen consistently. That means every single time, not randomly. There's a cadence or a frequency of this, all this happening. Because the biggest lie in roofing sales is if they wanted it, they would call me. No, life happens. They're taking their kids to whatever practices, they're going to whatever events. People get busy. They have a problem, but now they're overwhelmed. They have 3 to 5 different roofing companies, and they just, all things happen. The kids get sick, vacations happen, work gets crazy. Your job as a roofing contractor is not to wait. Your job is to follow up professionally until they make a decision. Basically, until they tell you to pound sand. You never stop following up. One of the biggest studies in sales found that most sales occur after multiple follow-up attempts. The number now is 35. Yet most contractors stop after 2 or 3, 4 or 5. The opportunity isn't gone. The follow-up stopped. That's the difference. I've seen roofing companies recover deals 6 months later. My own company be 12, 14, 16. I often talk about this. The craziest one for me was 17 months, just automation follow-up. We sold a job. Not because the sales rep was a genius, but because the CRM never forgot, never stopped working. The CRM kept communicating with that prospect. It kept nurturing. It kept us staying top of their mind. They would apologize actually to us. I'm so sorry I haven't returned your text. Please send an updated proposal. Let's move on. The fourth way a CRM increases close rate is accountability. You can't improve what you don't measure. How many leads came in last month? How many appointments were scheduled? How many inspections happened? How many quotes were delivered? How many contracts were signed? What's your close rate by lead source? What's your close rate by sales rep? Which sales rep needs coaching? Do you have AI coaching for your sales team? Which marketing source produces the best customers? These are all questions. Without a CRM, you're just guessing. With a CRM, you have answers and you know. And when you know, you can actually improve. Let's say, for example, you got one sales rep that closes at 45%. Another one closes at 20%. Why? Most companies don't know. A CRM helps you identify the reason, the gap. Maybe one sales rep follows up better. Maybe one schedules faster. Maybe one takes better photos and explains the problems better. Maybe one, they present financing more often. Maybe one is just simply more consistent. The CRM gives you visibility. Visibility creates improvement. Improvement creates more sales for you, your business, and your sales team. Let's talk about the biggest opportunity of all. This is, we kind of touched on it, but it's the long-term follow-up. Most roofing contractors only focus on today's jobs. The best roofing companies focus on future jobs. Your CRM should continue communicating long after the inspection. Storm alerts, maintenance reminders. How about annual inspections? That's an easy one. Schedule annual inspection reminder. Referral request. They said that they have friends. Ask for referrals automatically. How about review requests? In general, community updates, helpful homeowner content. The goal is simple. When the homeowner needs a roof, they think of you first. Not because they saw an ad. That costs a lot of money, but because you've maintained the relationship. Your CRM maintained the relationship. That's customer relationship management. At the end of the day, roofing is not really a roofing business. It's a communication business. The contractor who communicates best usually wins. The contractor who follows up best usually wins. The contractor who responds fastest usually wins. The contractor who builds the most trust usually wins. A CRM simply helps you do those things consistently. If your close rate is struggling, don't immediately assume you need better salespeople. Ask yourself a different question. How well are we managing customer relationships? Because every missed text, every delayed response, every forgotten lead, every inconsistent follow-up is costing you contracts, signed contracts. These companies that win in the next decade won't necessarily have the best roofers. They'll have the best systems. They'll have the best communication. They'll have the best customer relationship management. And when you improve customer relationship management, close rates naturally follow.